I'm about to give you the energy forecast for May 2026, a live reading using the tarot as a portal into your subconscious mind so that you can understand what needs to shift, what could be blocked, what is lying dormant, and what is waiting to be revealed so that you know what steps you need to take into your most awesome life. Now, I have just had a couple of cards pull out themselves here. First of all, we have revealed the Moon card. Now, the Moon is a very emotional card, and I think it's very indicative of today because it's the full moon today. And depending where in the world you are, some people may say it is tomorrow. Either way, we're on the 1st of May and the moon has popped up as the first message. Now, this is a real understanding that the dark side of the moon is like the dark side of our mind. So we have the conscious mind and a subconscious mind aside from the higher mind. And this is understanding the wild wolf and the tame dog, the little puppy dog that is you and that is your little heart wanting to live a life of joy and wonder as your inner child would. And then we have this wild wolf who has a few attitudes about life because of what the conditioning you've had over the years, the people that have annoyed you and hurt you and challenged you and shamed you. All of these stories are part of that darker side of the mind, the dark side of the moon. Now, it's very, very interesting because the moon does not have any light of its own if it's not shined upon by the sun. And when this is aligned to our own human reality, it's like bringing awareness, bringing consciousness to the dark side. So it's very much coming into the space where it's time to be more self-aware of why your emotional reactions, your emotional triggers are rising, and actually instead of looking outside of your mind and blaming the world, we look at ourselves and recognize what's hiding in that darker side to have stirred up some old trauma, issues, hurts, pains, or perhaps the opposite. Maybe it's actually triggering good memories of love and wonder. Now, I wonder, whatever it is for you, the outcome is going to be leading you in towards more fulfillment. We have here the 10 of Cups. As you can see, it's literally rainbows and unicorns. Well, without the unicorns, because what we've got here are 10 cups and a pretty picture of a happy family. Now, it doesn't have to be a classic happy family. It just means people bonding, connecting, and joyous emotional connection. And this is important to understand that this is on the cards for you, so to speak, literally, provided you start taking check and responsibility for your own emotional space. So self-responsibility is like really the key to personal empowerment. It means that we don't blame or judge or criticize or condemn other people for our circumstance. We actually take our own triggers, our own hurts and reactions as signals, as gifts, as the glory of life, as the opportunity to understand ourselves more. When you have that attitude, then fulfillment is always around the corner. When you have the opposite attitude, we have this feeling of feeling constricted either financially or emotionally. If you can see this card, the chap in this card, he's literally holding on to his heart, holding on to his money. He's just like in scarcity mode, and it is very stifling and there's no fun. And in fact, he's actually hiding his light. If you look at this card closely, I might just have to change the settings so you can see it. That card is showing where if you hold on too tight to your emotions or your money, you will actually find you also hide your light, you hide your happiness, you hide your heart. And when your heart is hidden, everything crumbles down because you can't hear the messages from your soul, you can't feel the connection with others, you can't light up and enjoy the joy and wonder. And this is what happens actually when people find themselves very, very down and depressed and flat. And whilst this is a normal human emotion to feel, if we're able to come in and out of it and not get stuck in it, it also is the extreme opposite calling out. So in life, we have the opposites of everything, right? High and low, man and woman, up and down, good and bad, left and right, hot and cold. Can't have one without the other. So if you are feeling really depressed or down or flat or frustrated or at a crossroads, it is because the opposite is knocking on your door so hard right now, bursting to come through for your life experience. As we've explained, the fulfillment, the 10 of cups, the rainbows, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So when you understand that the emotions that we feel that are not wanted, so the low vibe emotions like depression, sadness, grief, anger, guilt, frustration, all those are crying out for the opposite. So let's talk about that. Frustration wants passion. Depression wants joy and connection. Grief wants love. And the opposites of these are literally just being shown to you by reminding you what needs to be released from that subconscious mind, from the body cells, from your attitudes, from your behavior, in order for the equal and opposite to burst through. So May is looking like an absolute transformational month. It's also the month where we've got a blue moon at the end of the month. Oh, I just realized I'm conveniently decking myself out in a blue outfit. So tonight or tomorrow, wherever you are, full moon, a great time to witness whatever is enhanced in you. So if you're extremely happy, awesome. Anything that is present dominantly on a full moon will be enhanced. So if you aren't feeling very good, if you drink too much, if you find yourself getting frustrated, it may be intensified. So just be warned with that. And also take it as the gift, because whatever is rising within you at this time is ready to be released. So take it on and be responsible, and do not blame the external person who may have triggered it. Yes, someone else may have triggered this stuff in you. However, it is your stuff to release, and I always align it to a lemon with my clients. Let me explain. What happens when you squeeze a lemon, I ask my clients? What comes out? Obviously, we say juice. Lemon juice comes out when you squeeze a lemon. Some people like to humor me and say pips and other things, but at the end of the day, we know that lemon juice comes out of a lemon if you squeeze it, if it's a good lemon, of course. And that's what happens with us. When you squeeze us, whatever's in us comes out. It's not like something external comes in just for the day, for that happy occasion to burst out some love or grumpiness. It's actually, whatever is inside of us bursts out. So that is the first part of the message. Now, this is the energy for May 2026, and I'm just going to see what comes after that. Oh God, it's such a month of transcending the ego. I've just pulled up the devil. The devil is not the devil, whatever you want to think the devil is. The devil in the tarot really represents the ego, which is the conditioning I was talking about. It is the programs that are not your true self. It is also about materialism and attachment to things that you feel chained to. Often in our human society, we can feel chained to money or people or responsibilities or circumstances or even a country. That is a mindset, a very strong mindset. However, when we become aware that we're only chained to things in our mind, and whilst there can be some physical association to that as a result of a egotistical mind. And when I say egotistical, I'm not referring to being the peacock and being in the classic sense. I'm meaning being conditioned by society, being under the spell of society, being the humanness, not the soul essence. So that if you look at this card, again, I'll just change my settings so that you can see it more clearly. These two people are chained. They feel chained to whatever they think they are addicted to. And often it does represent addictions. So, whoa, this is way more of a intense reading than I thought it might be. It feels like a month of a lot of stuff coming up for people. And so if you get this message, please take it as a gift rather than a drama or a problem or a struggle or a kerfuffle, because yes, it is going to feel like a little bit of a kerfuffle, to say the least. If I could leave you with one very simple quote, I would say every challenge is a gift. Your greatest challenge is your greatest gift, and possibly could be your time to find that right now. Now, I do feel being called to actually get another card. Maybe it's going to be a little bit lighter, perhaps, than the previous versions. Oh my goodness. Oh, this change of scenery really is going to have some people feeling left out in the cold. This is a theme I've seen a lot lately, where people are just wanting to walk away from their old lives, whether it's a partner, friendship groups, jobs, cities. There is this massive hermiting phase where people are going down under to be by themselves. So interesting that came up. It can be because of health issues, but it could also be because you're just not feeling aligned with the people you're hanging out with. Now take this also as a positive sign, because this is really underlining that your path is being nudged to go a different direction. It's really saying, come on guys, level up. It's time to be more of the essence your soul came here to contribute to the world. And when we feel like this, it can be confusing. It can be like as if you're at a crossroads. You're not, you're in a transitional phase. And that is powerful and it's beautiful, but sometimes it can be lonely. And if you ride through it and actively recognize that it's just a phase, it's not forever, it's a season, not a lifetime, then you will come out the other side with much more fulfillment and enjoyment, because you're going to get to the next level. Now, it's not a hierarchy, it is simply that you are growing, just like a baby turns into a teenager and they turn into adults. It's just a natural evolution. However, what happens for many, many humans, and dare I be so blunt to say this, is that they don't grow. They stay stuck, going around in Groundhog Day over and over. But if you're getting this opportunity to have some solitude and you're feeling a little bit isolated, use this as a time to sink in, to connect with your heart, put your hands on your heart, breathe into your heart, bring your focus into your heart, and let the messages from your soul come through. That's May 2026. Whoa, I was not expecting that myself. And I hope that this will be helpful along your journey. It may be in hindsight that you watch this, whatever timing is perfect, and it's there to help you navigate your human existence, the game of life. So enjoy the process, and we will see you back here next month for the next forecast for June 2026. I'm Phoebe Mack, and it's a pleasure to be here reading for you today.